All right, Godlings. Good story. Smart story. Okay, once upon a time, I had a computer that shit the bed, right? The motherboard, I think it was on that one, right? But I did some research, and I found out that you can take the old hard drive out. Rarely does a hard drive go. I'm sure they do after a bit, but anywho, I found out that it's usually the other parts of the computer, and I think that one was the motherboard. So I took the hard drive out, and there was stuff on it I want to save, pictures, uh, documents, whatever, right? So I want to save that stuff, and it was kind of lost at the time, right? So I take the hard drive. I think I called Staples, and I asked them how much would it cost for you to salvage the information on the hard drive. I think they gave me some ungodly quote, like $1,000. It was like $1,000. I'm like, what? So I don't know how I figured this out, but I put it on my thinking brain. I thought it out, and this is what I come up with, right? So I pulled the hard drive out. This was years ago, but I've been able to replicate this a couple times. So I pulled the hard drive out, right? I go down to Staples, and I get not this one, but similar to this one. I get a hard drive. Now they're cheaper. This one I bought years later. Right? Hard drive enclosure like this. It was $62, right? At the time when I got it, it was $62. But what I did is I went to Staples. I bought the enclosure. I went home, put the hard drive in it, and I found a free program. Maybe I might have paid $25 for the program. I can't remember. I think I paid a little, but it was still worth it. It was only like $20. I think I might have gotten a free one, but I can't remember. But in the least, I only paid like a couple $20 for this thing. But it pretty much salvaged all my information minus 2 documents, which I didn't really need, which is okay. So Staples wanted to charge me $1,000 for doing this, right? Well, I went and got the enclosure at Staples for $62. Took it home, put the hard drive in there, put it up to the computer, got everything going. Boom, there it is. Copied it all over. And then I used that enclosure. I wiped that drive clean, set up a partition, and plugged it back into my new computer so I could have extra storage. Just in case C drive, if C drive goes down and all your shit's in there, you lose it, right? So if you put a secondary one in, load that into storage, and there's programs that'll back it up for you. I can't remember, there was one I used, but it's been a long time. Anywho, so I did that, right? Took the enclosure back to Staples. Got my money back. So at the end of the day, it only cost me gas money and some time. And if I did pay for that thing, the one program was like $20. So it was like way less time than they would have had it, way less money. And all I had to do was think a little bit, think outside the box. But yeah, I was able to do it. They said 1,000. I did it for free. Well, I had to do the footwork. I had to go drive around, my gas money, and a few bucks for the program if I needed it. That's it. That's it. So I don't know how Staples stays alive.